Enjoyed.
There
I
you
can't
go.
see anything right now. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, guys.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sorry about the late start today. We've already prayed our Fajr prayer and done the basic azkar, but we're going to start with our halaqah today. Yeah?
Inshallah. Yes.
So yesterday I spoke to you guys about astaghfirullah, 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 alladhi la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum, right? And wa atubu ilayhi also. And today we're going to do Allahumma wa. Allahumma.
Allahumma anta salam wa minka salam.
That's it. Allahumma anta salam
Wa minka
wa minka salam. Well, Allah has many names.
Mhm.
One of his names is As-Salam, which is kind of the same as Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah.
The word As-Salam means two things. It means peace and safety. Allahumma anta salam means Allah, you are peace and safety. You are peace and safety.
Yes.
Wa minka salam means and peace and safety comes only from you.
Okay.
You are peace and safety, and peace and safety only comes from you. You know, we talked before about not asking apologies from anyone other than Allah,
Yes.
right? But now it's a completely different conversation. It's not about messing up, it's actually about what we want in life.
Yeah.
And if you think about the most important things a person wants, is actually those two things, peace and safety, right?
Yeah.
A person wants to feel safe when they come home. Safe from, let's just say, safe from getting yelled at, safe from being made fun of, safe from getting beat up, safe from, like, safety of all kinds,
Yeah.
right? So a person environment, and of course, you know, the reason we lock our doors when we go home is because we want to feel safe,
Yeah.
right? But you know, when somebody's buying a car, one of the most important things they look at is the safety features.
Yeah.
You know, you put your seatbelt on, or you know, of course, the car is designed in a certain way
Yeah.
to keep you safe, so you're not exposed if something hits you from the outside. So many of the decisions we make in life, they actually have to do with safety.
Yeah.
Entire cities are built around the idea of safety. You can't just build a building. You have to have safety inspections.
Yeah.
You have to make sure there are fire exits. You have to, you know, so, you know, and if, you know, you like sports. You and I like basketball, right?
Okay.
And there are safety precautions you have to take when you're playing basketball. You know,
Yeah.
there's such a thing as a flagrant foul. There's such a thing as a, you know, a referee trying to keep you from, you know, and you have to wear certain kinds of clothes, and you know, you should wear proper gear
Yeah.
so you don't trip on yourself and things like that, right? Even in exercise, one of the things that, you know, Coach Steve helps us do is not hurt ourselves and move in a safe way,
Yeah.
right? So safety is actually a really fundamental need in life. Whether it's safety for our feelings, whether it's safety physically, safety is like one of the most important things. And by the way, even when it comes to, like, you know, you guys want to go to school, you want to go graduate, you want to get a job, but why does somebody want to get a job? Well, they want to get a job because they can then make some money. But what are they going to do with that money? Before they think, well, I'm going to buy whatever shoes I want, or I'm going to get whatever games I want. Before that, you probably need a roof over your head.
Yeah.
You probably need
Pay taxes.
to get electricity, or you probably need to get food,
Yeah.
which is all a matter of survival and safety, right?
Yeah.
So much of what we do in life is actually about safety.
Yeah.
But even when you are safe, sometimes you're safe, but you're still not at peace. It's the other side of it,
Yeah.
right? Because this word means two things. It means safety, and it also means
Peace.
right? So you could live in a safe neighborhood, you could live in a safe house, you could have a safe car, you could have all the other kinds of safety, but you can't sleep. And you're so bothered all the time, you're so stressed out all the time, you're sad all the time, you know, you're just not calm and you're not at rest. Something's missing in your life.
Yeah.
And we're telling Allah that these two most important needs, feeling at peace and feeling safe,
Yeah.
think of them, if you think of them as a need, you can think of them as water and air, right?
Yeah.
If you don't have water, you got to go find it. If you're underwater, if you can't breathe, you got to come up, you got to be able to breathe,
Yeah.
right? You're telling Allah that these two needs that I have, the only real place I can get them is you. I can get it anywhere else.
Yeah.
Everywhere else I try to find a place to be safe. I think I'm going to be safe, but I end up being more unsafe. Everywhere else I try to find peace. I think I'm going to find peace. I think it'll make me happy. I think I'll finally be satisfied. It just ends up making me more dissatisfied. The only one who can give me peace and safety is you.
Yeah.
By the way, when someone gives you peace and safety, that only happens when they have an extreme love for you. Like a good example of peace and safety in your life is mom, right? When a baby's crying, then mom is going to make the baby feel at peace.
Yeah.
And mom's going to cradle the baby and put the baby down gently because mom wants the baby to be what? Safe. Safe, peace and safe. Peaceful and safe. So that's an act of extreme love. When we call Allah as-salam, we're reminding ourselves that the most important things that a person needs, that nobody can give a person the way Allah can, comes from Him because of how much He loves us. And it can only, وَمِنْكَ السَّلَامُ, it can only come from you. It can't come from anywhere else. This is actually, again, another side. You know, the first part of this dua was how people can make you feel pretty bad. Or you could feel bad about yourself.
Yeah.
And when you have to turn back, you have to turn back towards
Allah.
Allah. But now compare that. When you're in trouble with somebody else, and you go talk to them about how you messed up, is that a pleasant experience?
No.
Like if you royally messed up, and then your teacher says, "Can I see you in my office?" Well, back in the day when we used to practice here for the play, and I'm upset with one of the boys, and I say, "Hey, can I talk to you on the side for a minute?" Do you think that they're expecting a pleasant experience? No, it's a very uncomfortable thing to try and stand up to what you did and face somebody who you disappointed.
Yeah.
First part of this dua was we mess up in front of Allah, we have to ask Him to forgive us, which is an uncomfortable thing. The last thing you feel is peace. And now you're immediately following that up as saying the only source of peace is you.
Yeah.
You're the only peace, and it can only come from you. In other words, Allah is different.
Yeah.
When we apologize to somebody else, when we want to make things right with somebody else, it's different. When we make things right with Allah, it's different. You shouldn't confuse it with how things work with people. With people, doesn't matter how much you apologize, they can still say mad at you.
Yeah.
Right? No matter how much you try to fix it, they can still say it's not fixed.
Yeah.
Because people's hearts they don't have enough, the ability that Allah has,
Yeah.
the love Allah has, the ability to forgive Allah has. Allah only give a limited amount of that to people, but the unlimited version of that is with Allah,
Yeah.
right? So turning to Him and asking Him for forgiveness will not make you feel disturbed. It'll actually make you feel
At
Peace.
peace.
at peace. You will walk out of the principal's office, you're not going to be feeling good about yourself.
Yeah.
Wait, by the time he's done,
Yeah.
But when you walk away from a prayer and you're done apologizing to Allah and acknowledging that He's peace, you actually feel good about yourself. It's the opposite.
Yeah.
So this next part of the prayer is actually a very beautiful part of the prayer. And for anybody who's listening, adults or kids, when we're missing peace in our lives, we should really concentrate on this part of the prayer. Allahumma anta salam wa minka salam. And in saying that, with Tabarak wa Ta'ala, we'll do a little bit later. What is the last thing I'll tell you about this? About Allahumma anta salam wa minka salam. So I have my coat on right now, right?
Yeah.
And let's just say, I sit here and I say, it's cold in here.
Yeah.
It's cold in here. What would you do? Like if you're in the living room and Dad says, it's cold in here. You'd get up and what? He didn't say, turn the temperature up. All he said was what?
It's hot in here.
It's
colder.
it's
Oh,
cold in
cold in
here.
here, sorry.
And you went and turned the heat on, right? But he didn't say turn the heat on. He just said, it's hot in here.
Yeah.
Why? Because you have such a close relationship with him that when he says one thing, you understand what he's saying. He didn't have to spell it out. Or he could say, I'm thirsty. And he didn't say, go get me water. All he said was what?
Go get
I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
On the flip side, you say, I'm craving a burger. You say, I'm craving a burger.
Yeah.
And your dad knows what your favorite burger place is, and he goes, let's go. We're going to blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Right? He didn't say, take me there. All you said was, I'm craving a burger.
Yeah.
The same way with Allah. We didn't say here, Allah, give me peace. We didn't say to Allah, give us peace. We said, Allah, your peace, and peace only comes from
Yeah.
You.
But we didn't say anything else. But Allah knows that us saying that lovingly, it's like Allah is saying, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Ya Allah, give me peace and safety.
Yeah.
Because it can only come from you. And it's this really beautiful saying without saying that's happening inside this prayer. In Allahumma anta salam wa minka salam. Okay. We'll talk more about the rest of the dua tomorrow. Let's